Yo, we should now be live at 5 here on Not the BBC. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. You will notice there's been a few minor tweaks and changes to the visuals and to the setups and hopefully to the audio as well. I've finally... So, a little bit of background about myself. I used to be a professional photographer. And as a professional photographer, I was one of these old fuddy-duddies who said, I'll never get into video. So what I did is I bought a really expensive camera that also does video really, really well, a Sony a6700. But what I never did, even in the past 12 months of continual improvement, is work out how to use the tracking feature so that I stayed in focus all the time. So that's why a lot of my videos are static. The point, what I'm trying to make now is I've worked it out and now it's tracking it. So it should look even better. So yeah, there we go. Let me make sure we are live. That's the main thing. Right, what's up, Milky? How's it going? Hope you're well. Who have we got? Basic, welcome, buddy. And we've got Stevie B. Start button not working. If only it was that easy, Stevie B. And we've got Only Drones in the chat somewhere as well. So what we're going to do, Basic, I'm going to come to your question in a second, but what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to spend an hour with you guys recording the suggested voice lines that we've got. As you can see on the screen, we've got Audacity open, and we're just going to record them in Audacity because they've come in through nice and clear. Let me know the volume levels, by the way. Are you able to hear me okay? Is everything coming through clearly? It should be looking at the monitors on the screen, but let's be fair, I'm never really sure. Basic says, what do you reckon to this new Evoke? I had a very quick look at the spec earlier, and the spec seems to be the same as the old Evoke. And like I know it's got the whole trick of it can be either... Hang on. Is this working? I'm not seeing anything happen here. I know that it's got the trick of it can be a dead cat or a true X, and you can switch between the two and so on and so forth. Same as the old Evoke. Yeah, there we go. Just making sure we was coming through nice and clearly. So yeah, in that respect, it's meh. I've spoken to iFlight today, and I've said, look, I'd love to put it on the channel because I'm a bit skeptical about it. And normally when I do a review when I'm skeptical, it turns out quite well. But also I'm currently filming the best sort of flagship drone 5-inch of 2025. And it'd be a real shame if that wasn't in there. But unfortunately, at this moment in time, I can't self-fund one. It just the way it is. Life happens, doesn't it? So hopefully iFlight will do us a solid, and if not, then I don't know. But yeah, Basic says that's the only gimmick. Yeah, that's the thing. Like if it have, I don't know. The thing is, I reviewed the Nazgul Eco, which is like a cheaper version of the Evoke. It doesn't have the lights. It doesn't do this. It doesn't do, but it's all cosmetic. The actual how it flies, the robustness of it, and all that jazz, it's all the same. And this is actually what I think I mentioned the other day. The problem is with doing reviews on YouTube of drones, especially in the FPV space, is the difference between this one and this one is becoming paper thin. And the problem with that is...
it's really hard then, isn't it? Because it's down to something that's subjective or something that could be changed. So if you've got one drone here and you've got one drone here and the spec and everything is virtually the same, but this one flies 10 times better than this one, it could just be the prop choice or it could be the tune, both of which could be easily rectified. I'll always fly them as they come out of the factory, don't get me wrong. But it just seems that reviewing drones at the minute is a little bit of a... And also, I mean, always, you know, I do try and say this, but always, you know, my review is subjective. On what one person thinks, another person doesn't necessarily think. So moving forward, obviously, I do want to expand the channel quite a lot. We're going to go into builds. We're going to go into like the cheapest possible builds, the weirdest possible builds, along with as much entertainment as we can factor in there as well as some live streams and as well as some educational content. I'll still keep doing the reviews because I do think they're important, because there might be something in there that I spot that other people don't, or vice versa. And, you know, it is what it is. But when it comes down to something like that new Nazgul, it looks nice, the spec's nice, but I've got a Nazgul and it's got the same spec and it... So, like I say, I've asked iFlight if they'll send me one. If they do, brilliant. If they don't, I'm nonplussed about it. You know, it might be 10 times better than the old one because they might have done something unseen behind the scenes. I don't know, but we've asked the question. We'll find out. Stevie B, nice. I ordered a hoodie from the YouTube store platform and they still got the money in pending. Can't wait for my hoodie. How long ago was that, Stevie B? I don't have any control over that whatsoever. In fact, I don't even think it tells me if anybody's ordered anything. Let me have a look. Let's see if there's anything I can actually do in here. It actually says order 0. So... if you drop me an email with your order number, I can actually contact support from the back end and I'll chase it up for you, find out what's going on there. But yeah, it says order 0, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Milk says, Yo Boy Wonder. And Basic says, not getting a replacement for my V2 anytime soon. Yeah, I just... The thing is, like I say, it may do something different or it may do something better. But when you strip it away at the minute... The real innovation is lower down the food chain. So the 5-inch market, I think, is not saturated, but I think when a new 5-inch comes out, it doesn't necessarily do anything that others don't do, which is why I was so excited about the Deep Space Seeker 5, because the combination of the props, the tune, and the motors made it fly better than any other 5-inch I've got. And I've got, I mean, I showed you a picture the other day. I've got piles of the fucking things. So it was really exciting because it just felt different, and it was different, and it is different. But the real innovation is down at the bottom end, where you've got things like the Flywoo 1S, Firefly, and all that sort of stuff. That's where the real innovation is at the minute. And the 04 Lite, and then the 04 Lite wide angle lens, and so on and so forth. So it's just, it's difficult. You know, technology goes through these spats, and we've got to remember as well, FPV is quite small. Don't get me wrong, I would love to be like a technology reviewer, but you know, maybe one day we'll get to that size. But my real passion is in FPV, and that's ultimately where my whole heart and soul lies. But I also appreciate and understand it's a tiny niche in the grand scheme of things. But it's what it is, isn't it? It's what it is. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, says Stevie. If you want to drop me an email with your order number, you don't have to, but if you, Chris Campbell, subscribe to the channel. Thanks, Chris. But if you want to drop me an email with your order number, I will use the back end support facility and ask questions for you. Let me turn on the fan on this camera, otherwise it'll overheat. Basic says, I'm more interested in building something interesting than buying something off the shelf from now on. Absolutely. And that's the way it goes. My first foray back into drones was a Nazgul. And then a Diatone Roma. And then I thought, well, hang on, if I build something, I can spec it to my spec. And then at the time, you could spec stuff a lot better than what you could buy stuff. It was just the way it was. And that got me going. So, but we've got some good stuff coming. We've got potentially the cheapest 2.5-inch build ever, potentially. That I need to start. That'll be next week. We've got a 3-inch build, a 4-inch build. We've got the Ku Mini, and also we've got, for anybody that viewed the community post today, you'll see why it's in bits. But we've got the flight controller from the TBS Chipito, all ready to go. Everything's wired up properly. I did have to seek a bit of help from Painless 360 Lee over there for the pinouts of this. There's no actual information on the pinouts of these, so that was a bit of a problem. But Lee had them, so a great resource for wings is Lee, to be fair. Diego, welcome. I hope you're well. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. Unfortunately, as I started building the TBS Chipito, I couldn't find my E6000 glue anywhere. I've turned this room upside down and I could not find it anywhere. So I've ordered some more from Amazon. It'll be here tomorrow, and we'll get on with the build. But basically, we've done that. We've got obviously the wings together. So we put the spars on. We've put the horns on, and we've put the servos in. We've put the motor on. We are literally ready to go. Oh, the only thing we need to do is glue stuff in. So again, we've got the motor in there. Let's see if you can see that, hopefully. So the motor's in there. We've got the spars and everything in. And we are literally ready to just install everything in there. But before we do that, we need to glue some stuff, and we haven't got the glue. So, but I'm so excited to fly this. It's crazy. I think it's going to be pretty wild. I mean, I know it's going to be pretty wild, but yeah, really, really looking forward to this. So hopefully there'll be some videos of this out up for the weekend. Milky says, how would you compare quads versus fixed wing? I went from flying simulators, MS Flight, VR Hotters and all that to quads, but I rarely fly fixed wing. Some with head movement would be amazing. I can't move that camera at this moment in time because the cable in it is so short. I've got a new one ordered and it's on its way. But, and I may have mentioned this when you've been here before, but in case I didn't do, can you see that? So that's my Super Cub, and it has FPV on the front of it. If you search some of the shorts, it's got FPV on the front of it, but it's also got head tracking as well. Really, really good fun. Howdy, Just a Man in his camera. Are you still stuck at the side of the road with a flat tire, or has your flat tire now been inflated? How I would compare them is they're not comparable. My personal journey is very similar. So I'm in my mid-40s. I'm an old man. And I started flying Microsoft Flight Simulator 3.1 back in the 90s. And brilliant. Loved it. I wish I had a model aeroplane back then, but I didn't. Fast forward to, 20 or 30 years later of playing Microsoft Flight Simulator with a full cockpit setup for hours and hours and hours every day. I then got into drones. Then obviously I got into the fixed wing stuff. Now, the thing is, JJ, welcome. Get your U-Haul on. What you hauling, boy? That's the worst American accent, and I've probably just offended half of my subscriber base, so apologies to the other half. I'll get to you soon. So yeah, there is no comparison whatsoever. The thing is, with a quad, you can turn on a dime, and you don't have to worry about any sort of authority or airspeed. With a fixed wing, you have to remember your airspeed. I think the reason why, one thing I'm quite good at is flying efficiently. I can generally eke more out of a battery than people around me flying the same stuff can do. And the reason for that is when I first started flying, I flew very much like I was in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I took off at a shallow angle. I ramped it up almost like I was rolling down the runway and just lifting up slightly. But it's so different. So you've got to maintain your airspeed. Generally speaking, you need to keep at least, it depends on the model, but generally speaking, you need to keep at least about 50% throttle at all times. If you want to turn around, you've got to remember it's a gradual turn. I mean, things like the Chipito should be able to do split S's. But again, depending on how sort of wild you go. That massive plane up there, I actually managed to do what did I do with it? A split S, I think. But from about 100 foot up, and then by the time I pulled out of it at the bottom, I had nearly hit the ground. There is a video on my shorts, actually. Bruce, welcome. Basic says, all right, Bruce, mate. So yeah, they're not comparable in any way, shape or form. However, they are incredibly fun to fly. And I wish I'd have flown mine more. I've got the Knight Timber X behind me, not built, and I've also got the Pitts not built behind me as well. And that was a little bit because I sort of ran out of a little bit of confidence towards the back end of last year, and then this year's just been so busy, so busy. So hopefully, he's having to pull me. Oh, he's having to put me a new tyre on. My God, he needs to get his U-Haul on. Has he got the new tyre with him, or does he now have to go away for another hour and get another tyre, then come back in another hour? So yeah, I wish I'd flown more fixed wing last year, but I didn't do. But with the Chipito, I think that's going to give me the confidence because it's quite small, but quite controllable. I think that's going to give me the confidence to get back up in the air with them again. My other wing that I built custom over there that I showed you guys the other day, that's got iNav and everything in it, and auto launch. It's got all the same stuff. But the Chipito, I think, flies that a little bit better because it's got a tail wing, whereas my wing doesn't. So it's just pure yank and bank, which can be fun. Don't get me wrong. But it can also be extremely scary at the same time. Okay, let's have a look at some of these recorded messages that we're going to record. Now then. Yeah, he got it. Good. Tell him you've waited long enough. Tell him it's unacceptable. Right. Very annoyingly, I've trapped my keyboard underneath my tripod. I'm just going to have to deal with it. Right, so we've got angle mode, you big dosser, disarmed. Thank God that's over. Loiter enabled. This man right here is loitering around. Launch mode, shit's about to get real. Altitude hold, for those who can't control themselves. Position hold, for those who forget where they are. Beeper activated, oh, brilliant. Acro mode, yeet. Angle mode, that's a mode for children. Throttle warning, yep, we all ignore this one anyway. Switch warning, just press cancel, we all do. Arming, good luck, you're going to need it. Disarm, don't worry, I wasn't flying very well anyway. Flaps down, don't say it. Flaps up, let's freaking go. Low battery, translation, one more pack. There is a bigger one than the Chipito, yeah. It's the, I don't remember, but that was released a few years back. But the Chipito just seemed like the ideal thing just to get back into it. At the size it is, the price it is, and the ease of how to build it as well. I just thought, just get on with it. I'm just a bit gutted because, to be fair, this afternoon has been raining anyway. So when I was able to fly it, I probably wouldn't have been able to fly it because of the weather. But at least I would have had it ready to go, and unfortunately I wasn't actually in that state. So a bit frustrating, but it is what it is, isn't it? You know, we do what we can when we can, and we do it how we can. But yeah, the TBS wings are there we go. The TBS wings are fun. They really are. But wings as a whole are fun. It just takes a little bit of understanding flight with a drone, well, with an FPV drone or a quad as we call them. You don't need to understand the physics of flight, because it'll do whatever you tell it to do and won't question you. The only thing you need to understand a little bit is prop wash, which is becoming less and less as we move forward with the technologies anyway. In the olden days, we had to make sure that we flew sort of through or out of our prop wash when we did tricks. Nowadays, I can make a quad like shaking prop wash, but generally speaking, it's not really an issue because of filters and stuff. K1234, hey everybody. Basic says more accessible for sure. Yeah, I mean, you saw how small it was. Like, I was able to virtually hold most of it on camera here. Obviously, the wings aren't on, but when they are, you'll pretty much be able to see it all. And what we'll do is, I will do a hand launch, an auto hand launch on camera for the maiden flight as well, which requires me genuinely to get rid of all of my own inhibitions, because auto launch scares the shit out of me, but it's such good technology that I don't need to. So I'm just going to send it. Make sure it's set up properly first, obviously. But yeah, it just genuinely scares the crap out of me. It does. But every time I use it, I'm like, yeah, that's amazing. That's brilliant. I've actually got iNav in that plane as well. So that plane I showed you before, I installed GPS into it as well. So I can flick a switch on that and it'll loiter. So loiter mode is basically just a circle in the air. So wherever you are, if you hit loiter, it'll do a circle within the parameters of what you set up. So maybe 30-meter circle, whatever, it doesn't matter, whatever you set it as. So what you can do then, obviously, with the head tracking is if you're struggling a little bit or you've got an issue, sometimes on mine I can have a bit of an issue whereby it loses connection. So what I can do is I can put it in loiter mode, it'll fly around itself in a circle, it'll keep its airspeed up, everything will be fantastic. I can then either look around and just enjoy the scenery, or I can deal with whatever I need to deal with in the cockpit, take the goggles off, plug something. You know, it's wonderful, wonderful technology. But that auto launch, and I'm hoping Caroline Tyler's in the chat, I'm not sure if she is, but that auto launch, the first time, scared the bejeebus out of me, because I just thought, well, if it goes now, and this doesn't happen and that doesn't happen, it's just going to keep going. But it's such good fun. Such good fun. I can't recommend it enough. But it is different. Elboy cough. That was the wrong emoji. I don't want to know. Right, so everybody, not everybody, but lots of people do accuse me of being Tyson Fury. So what we're going to do is we're going to record the angle mode on. Angle mode, you big dosser. Now. Oh, no. I think because the microphone is being used by OBS, I don't think. Angle mode. No, it is. I can see it. So why is it not? By gum. Hang on. Delete it properly, you idiot. Angle mode. You big dosser. Let's see what that builds. I'm very confused, because it's not showing me any. Well, I guess we will. Yeah, so that's the right one. Right. Well, I guess what we'll do is we'll record another day then. I guess we'll just chill for the next half an hour or so. Because I do enjoy these live streams. I hope you guys do as well. I do try and impart a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But ultimately, I just love to sit here and chat to you guys for a little bit of time. So I'm quite happy to do that. I've got some personal news as well. So in some personal news, I am actually going to be going on a podcast on Friday. Now, I'm not 100% sure when the recording of it will get published. But for anybody who wants to know a little bit more about my background and a little bit more about the man behind the mask, so to speak, this podcast is the one for you. So it will be talking about certain things and situations in life and how I became who I became, as in not squatting quads, but as in the person that I became. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm quite a guarded person, should I say, and I'm not really the type of person to spill in that way. But I'm pretty sure the person who's doing the podcast, who's a good friend of mine, is probably going to get some stuff out of me that I don't necessarily want to say. But we'll see. It should be fun. It should be entertaining, and hopefully you guys will listen to it, and hopefully you'll enjoy it as well. Gusto, welcome. How are you doing? Just a Man says, I tried to change the voice files, but it wouldn't play it. They have to be in a very specific format, Just a Man. So I assume you've seen the ones that I've uploaded to my Hello Radio. You have to record them, or if it's an audio file, you have to convert it to a very, very specific format. So it has to be mono, it has to be 32 kilohertz, and the float has to be something. I'd have to double check it. That may be why. If you want, I will drop the recordings I've got onto Discord, and you can try those. They should just copy straight across without any problems. The other thing, what can sometimes cause an issue, is if you have too many characters in the name, it won't see it either. So that could be it. Mask and everything for the podcast. We're going to do the podcast as just an audio podcast. Although what I'm going to say, gotcha, that makes sense. What I'm going to say to the guy is, if we want to record it and potentially, if it goes well, we can put it out, then I'll do it like this. And as I've said a few times, I've been asked numerous times, why are you hiding who you are? Why are you hiding you know? I'm not. What I'm trying to do with the whole mask and the whole persona thing is just do things differently. If I went against Bardwell or Mads Tech or Captain Drone head to head and did exactly what they did, I would lose every single time. Because if you're tuning in to watch a Bardwell video, you're not going to tune in to me, you're going to tune in to Bardwell. And that's the nature of the beast. So Gusto says, got here late, man. At least you're here. That's all that matters. Yeah, Just a Man. I'll drop the audio files onto Discord shortly. Let me know. They should work absolutely fine. There shouldn't be any problems at all. However, technology is what technology does. So yeah, the whole mask thing. It did start off as a little bit of a joke and a little bit of a, oh, can I wear a mask in a couple of videos and just, do it a little bit different? But it sort of became this persona on camera, and we tried like a purge mask, a laughing purge mask, and we tried a few others. But these particular ones that I wear, I've got a green one, a blue one, and obviously a red one, just seem to work really well with what my personality is. So we said, okay, well, let's carry on using them and see what happens. And it creates a talking point initially. In the same way, wearing gloves initially created a talking point. And because we was doing things differently, it ramped up. So we got loads of questions. Why are you wearing gloves? Why are you wearing gloves? And the subscribers increased. Why are you wearing a mask? Who are you? Are you on the run? And the subscribers increased. And we just trying to see how we can be different. I make no bones. I'm going to record a channel trailer hopefully this weekend, depending on the weather. And I make no bones of the fact that I'm not doing this to buy myself a Ferrari. I'm not doing this to buy myself a house in Monaco. I'm doing this because it's my hobby. It's what I'm passionate about. And yes, we do need to look at revenue streams so that we can buy things like the new Nazgul when they come out, and be completely independent of all manufacturers then. But I'm not doing it because I want to create personal wealth. Sure, don't get me wrong. If I could do this full time, I would absolutely love it. And I'll be honest, the commitment that I've put in is pretty much full time, which means actually spare time is pretty much zero now. Nice. Let's see if those files on the radio. No worries. Much appreciated. JJ says, need to configure the mic sound setting to work in 2 apps simultaneously if memory serves me. Mic settings will be on the check switches to turn on and off availability to specific apps. Should we have a look? Let's have a look. Ah, there we go. I think. Tell me if you've got double audio now. You may get double audio. If you haven't got double audio, then this should work. It was set to my camera. Hold up a second. Right. Angle mode. You big dosser. There you go. So that was the problem. It was set to my camera. Right. Okay. So let me just have a... I need to remind myself. Thanks for that, JJ, by the way. We got there. I just need to double check on what these files need to be saved as now. In fact, it may already be in there. Let's have a look. Saturn, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Right, let me hit export audio. Export to computer. Right, so this has to be set to 32. This has to be set to mono, and this has to be set to 16-bit. So, but yeah, that was a little bit about me there. I've made it pretty clear numerous times that the channel's not necessarily about. Aha, Jay says it's what I do for a living. Saturn says hello to all. Thanks, Jay. Do you know what the thing is? When I'm live like this, I'm actually quite computer literate, despite what the evidence might suggest at times. But when I'm live, my mind just goes blank. So I didn't even think to check the sound settings. And what it had done is it had set the input as that camera, and completely ignored the audio interface, which happens to be a Scarlett 2i2 4th gen. What do you think of those, if that's what you do for a living? I'm sure you've heard of them. What do you think of them? I quite like it. I've also got a Go XLR as well in the other studio, if you like, that we don't really use anymore. Right, let's go for another one. Disarmed! Thank God that's over! Okay. Let's not show that again, because that's very annoying. So this now, you have to select, again, I can probably set it so that it does it every time. But if you don't select it to mono, it won't work. Boy Wonder FPV Gaming says, I'm coming down. Do we invite him in? Do we let him in? Should we lock the door? No, I'd rather not. I'll get attacked. Hello, Boy Wonder FPV. Just grab that and pull that forward. There you go. Thank you very much, Boy Wonder FPV. How are you, sir? Was you coding? Oh, he was coding.
Well, the easy version of code.
The easy version.
I sent you a message of. I just sent you a screenshot of.
Ah, I'll check it. 1 second.
And now it's even more complicated.
Oh no.
There was a lot more stuff.
This man is loitering around your neighbourhood. So that's for loiter mode. Of course, I'm going to use that myself because, you know, why not?
Also, I was on your stream the whole time because I just had your stream at the side of the stream.
Oh, thanks, Boy Wonder.
You're welcome. You saw me comment as
I did. Okay, so that's that one. I'm going to keep going back. Haha, that was a long 5 minutes. Yes, that was a long 5 minutes, Boy Wonder. Copper State Aerial Photography says, good afternoon, everyone, from across the pond, and good morning to everybody here in the United States of America. God bless America. And I hope you guys are all well over there. It's a wild time to be in pretty much any country in the world right now. But I'm glad that you've decided to use your morning's free time to join us here while we record new voice prompts for EdgeTX. And if you've got any suggestions, let me know.
Have we been live?
36 minutes. Right.
Very long.
Are you ready for this one? Cover your ears because I'm about to swear.
Okay.
Launch mode. Oh, hang on. Let's try that again.
What's wrong? I see you paused it.
I did. Hang on. Right. Cover your ears again.
Okay.
Launch mode enabled. Shit's about to get real. Okay.
I saw you pause. Every time you pause, I'm just taking my...
Well, I suspect you might have been listening. Or was you not? Do you not? I said bad words. Dorf, hey squad, hope all is well. Been heads down in code. Oh, nice. So Boy Wonder. I'm not sure that you're coding the same thing. I think he's coding on Minecraft. Oh, Roblox.
Yeah, and it's way easier on Roblox. Well,
Yeah, I think Dorf might be.
Well, I wasn't coding on Roblox Studio because on Roblox Studio they use Lua scripts, and that's very confusing.
Oh no! Right, 1 second. Let's do the next one. Altitude hold enabled for those who can't control it themselves. Nice. If anybody's got any suggestions whilst we're recording these as well, Boy Wonder, can you monitor the chat on your phone? Yeah. Just because I've got 2 screens here and I'm going to set them up, but I've only got 1 screen set up at the minute. Like I say, I wasn't really taking this whole thing properly seriously until quite recently. And now, yeah.
Coding is what I do for a living, software engineer.
Oh, nice, nice.
And then JJMTB says, lols, the wife is going, what the fudge you listening to?
JJ's wife, he is listening to the most beautiful, sexy and intelligent man on the whole of YouTube across the whole wide world.
I am as well, you.
I'm very modest as well, so yeah. The mask is to stop the chicks literally diving at the screen and attacking the screen. And it's a health and safety nightmare, and I think you boys know exactly what I'm talking about. Right, okay. Acro mode enabled. Yeet. Did you like that? We'll just close that down at the end. But it is, guys. If I take this mask off, a health and safety nightmare. And it's amusing that Boy Wonder's laughing. In fact, if I press that config button, JJ, will that config button make it so that I can not have to press mono every single freaking time? Well, I'll do it in a minute. Yeah. I'm asking the question, whereas I can actually just try it, yeah. Right, okay, this is a good one. Beeper enabled. Oh, brilliant. And that's because, oh, brilliant signifies You've enabled your beeper because you've crashed, haven't you? Right, if I go to configure...
So it's 2 more comments.
I don't know what that means.
JJ and TB1. Lols, she looks well confused. And then Dorfmeister. This is a suggestion. Angle mode enabled. What the hell are you doing? Switch to acro.
Okay, we can do that one.
Yep.
Angle mode enabled. What the hell are you doing? Switch it to acro right now. Okay, nice one, Dorf.
No more comments right now.
Yeah, apparently, JJ, I can do something in this screen to make it go mono, but I'll have to look when I can think. I can't look and think and record at the same time.
Has a bit of a painful comment.
Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look.
No, just lost a drone. Short circuit.
No. What you need, Luke?
Short circuiting from the rain.
I mean, it can happen. Luke, get yourself some Flywoo X30 spray, my squire. That's not what you need. That's really not what you need.
Water protection on the back.
Yeah.
Water protection.
Right. Okay. I was gonna say something to Mrs. JJ, but I'll probably best keep my mouth shut because my mouth will get me into trouble one day. Well, no. Again, should I say? Okay. Right. You ready? I've got another one. Angle mode enabled. Yes, the mode for children.
I like that.
Did you like that one, boy?
For children.
The mode for children. Okay. I think we've got 3 angles. Oh no, I think we've got 2 angle modes.
Yeah, cause Dorfmeister
Yeah.
and you.
So what have we got now?
One more.
Right. Okay. Let's go serious at the start of this. Throttle warning. Don't worry, we all ignore it anyway. Nice.
Even Dorfmaster said nice in the chat. look, right there.
Nice.
And then I'm up with JJ, MTB. Well, he's commenting a lot. He's me.
That's good. That's good. Well, I'll look. Yeah, Boy Wonder, I'm afraid got sent home poorly from school today. So what we was going to do, because he got sent home poorly from school, of course, was take him out flying the TBS Geppetto, but Windows 11 sounds are a dark art. Windows likes to reset settings to default. For 1 second, mate. Do you know what, JJ? This is actually a really good point. On the previous PC, I muted all Windows sounds because when I was recording, if you've seen some of the videos, you can hear the Windows sounds when I plug something in and stuff. So I muted all of the Windows sounds and it still kept happening. So
What kept happening? He didn't really listen.
good, I'm glad. That's what keeps happening. He doesn't listen.
I'm gonna read the comments for you. Basic FPV says was looking at that stuff the other night on Flywoo site. It missed my delivery
Consignment
this time.
this time.
And then glad to make it again. It's 1945 here in Israel.
Nice to meet you, Jack. I hope times are peaceful there currently. Basic next time, honestly. I'd recommend it for the winter though, because as Luke has just said, he was just flying in the rain and sparks flew, I'm sure. Bruce says, has anybody experienced with GNB 4S 650 HV 160 bats? I don't. I do have, what do I have here? I have GNB 660 LIHVs. What? No, I don't. These are 180s. 180s. The whole C thing's bullshit. Oh, Boy Wonder, stop listening to bad words.
Don't worry, I wasn't listening.
Good, I'm glad. That's nothing new though, is it? Exactly. The whole C rating thing's bollocks anyway.
You just said another word.
No, I never. That wasn't me. That was the
Yeah.
that was
the chat.
that was somebody else that said that, not
Why
me.
did you say that chat?
Yeah, chat. Right, here's one. Armed. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
I think we had 3 armed ones now. Got
I think no. I just think this is the second one. I think.
It's not a mono, remember?
I'm pressing it. There we go. Again, if anyone's got any suggestions, drop them in the comments while we're doing it. Disarmed. Don't worry, you wasn't flying that well anyway.
And then we'll have a comment from Basic.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, the Evoke has some half-decent panels on it to protect from
Okay.
the rain, but it'll be too good to be sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Those panels are brilliant.
Good to be sure, not too good.
So this one is, I'm pretty sure you can change this one. Transmitter battery low. Translation is one more pack.
You can change it because when we was putting the other voice commands on it.
Yeah.
Like the I think it was the GPS rescue one.
Was it there in there?
And the pre-arm one. Yeah, I saw it. Transmitter battery low. Well, I saw transmitter battery or just battery.
Right.
I saw bat. Yeah.
That's the majority of the ones we've got suggested so far recorded.
We've got another suggestion.
Oh, Acro, it's flippy spinny time. Okay, we can do that. Basic says, oh yeah, the Evoke. It does. The Evoke's got some good coverage on it. For flying in.
At least nobody gets scalped now.
Is that another one?
What does that mean? Yeah, that's another one. We've got another warning.
Nobody gonna get scalped. Yeah, don't worry about it.
It's not always there.
Right, so Jack says, Acro mode, it's flippy spinny time. Okay. Acro mode, it's flippy spinny time.
And then Dorf said, nice one.
Nice one, Dorf. And I think this is our...
Nice one, Jack.
I think this is our... No, that would be schizophrenic. And then what was the other one? Disarmed. Okay. Disarmed! At least nobody can get scalped now.
Scalped 4 now, you can do that.
Or 4 now, yeah. I think this is the second disarmed.
I'm trying to think of another disarmed one.
But if you guys have got any questions you want to ask me on the podcast, ask me now and I'll take them with me.
Disarmed 2.
Or again.
I've
Oh,
seen one from JJ on Karen's run from the cover. I love that one.
where's that one? I can't see that on it. Oh, has it not come up on here?
Said, had cheers,
Right, let's do it. Let's do it.
CJ,
Armed. Karen, run for cover.
I love that one. And then Only Drunk said, damn kids. Oh, what does that mean?
I don't know. I'm probably talking about you.
Karen armed like that.
Do you like that? Hang on, it needs to be...
It was recording for a second there. Oh no.
No, it's just a waveforms.
No, I was recording.
Oh, you was...
No, I was looking on there. It's delayed.
It is, yeah. Right, we don't need that one. We need this one. Okay. Cheers, buddy. Only drone says, damn kids. Pre-arm. Fingers protected.
Nice. Like that one. I didn't even see that.
Let's do that one.
One.
One second. Pre-arm. Fingers protected. Right, go for it.
I left for what was 5 minutes. Then next thing, it's 55 minutes deep.
And about 7 minutes left. Did you like the intro screen, by the way? The streams. Did you like it? I need to find an audio to go with it. Yeah. And what I'll do eventually is I will sort out a proper stream starting soon, and then I'll sort this out because this is at the minute is all over the place. But it is just literally, like I say, until really probably until the weekend. Streaming was a little bit of a ooh, and then I really enjoyed it at the weekend. So I thought, well, okay, well let's take it a little bit more seriously and do it all a little bit more seriously. So here we are. I mean, I've even got my camera set up to track me and keep me in focus. That's how serious I'm taking it now for the first time. Intro was ace. I did say 8-bit chill. I think to be fair, you probably did say 8-bit chill about 12 months ago to me, didn't you?
12 months later, he said the same thing.
Yeah, but to be fair, like I say, I haven't really sort of taken. I guess I've been that focused on building up the channel up to this point that streaming sort of took a back step. And then when I did it, and like we had such an amazing weekend together, weekend at Quads. There's a film coming, I'm sure.
Do you have a charge on the phones and 10%?
They're all plugged in at the minute, I'm afraid, sir. But we are going to finish this stream. If you go into the if you go into the servants' quarters next to the grand hall, the battery pack is in there.
You call it the maid's quarters, not the servants.
Servants' quarters through the grand hall. The battery pack. EdgeTX and chill. That'd be quite a cool one. What? Apparently the pack's turned on. What I'm supposed to do with this information is beyond me. Acro mode, look, man, no hands. Would that not be? I don't mind recording it, but would that? Oh, my camera's frozen. My camera's frozen. Has it? Can we get a yes? Hold up. My camera froze. It overheated. If I do this and then do that. Hang on a second, boy. When did the cameras shut off because it's overheated? Yeah, so Acro mode, look, ma, no hands. Would that not be better? GPS mode. Look, ma, no hands. Let me know. I will record either one. I don't mind. Oh. Right, okay, only drones once. Yes! On the startup. Hang on a second. I did do a really good one the other day. One sec. Yes!
What do you mean startup? Do you mean when it turns off?
Is that long enough? It's over a second. Yeah, instead of saying welcome to EdgeTX.
It's 2 seconds long, and that's less than 1 second long. It'll just say yours.
Yeah.
And then open.
Now, luckily, Acro mode. Oh, yes, we can do that. We can do that.
Do we need to cover my
Right,
ears?
no. Bet you dare put it in Acro mode. Do you know who I am, kid?
I like that.
Do you like that? Boy Wonder's definitely having that one.
Yeah. Let me just show the camera a little thumbs up.
Right, so.
I love that one. Do you know who I am, kid?
Okay. Have we got any more suggestions? Can we get a yes? Yes. I'm also going to put another light there. I think I told you this the other day. I'm going to put another light there. We're going to make it a bit more uniform. It did. And I'm still looking for ideas of what to put on this fireplace here. If anybody's got any sort of suggestions how I can make it look nicer.
Maybe drone stickers?
I don't think drone stickers will do that. But yeah, if anybody's got any ideas as to how I can make it look a bit less crap, that'd be brilliant.
Maybe your logo, you could do that.
Yeah, no, I think something like fake bricks or something. I don't know. But then there's loads of stickers and stuff on it as it is. So
Look even worse, kind of, with fake bricks.
I don't know.
Kind of.
I'll leave it open to chat. We've got about 3 minutes left, chat, before I have to leave.
Continue doing the little fake, well, not really fake coding.
All right, he's going to continue doing his little fake, but not really fake coding.
It's literally just on a game.
Wow. What I will do is I will upload all of these to probably my or a Gmail drive. I need one of those shouts that I need an adult. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean.
I don't know.
What does he mean? What do you mean?
I think he means he wants one of the other things.
Paint it black, mate. Then nobody's going to see anything. Yeah, to be fair, that's probably the best thing. It's it is absolutely like this house is not good. It's not good. I've got to be honest. But you make the best of the situation you're in. Part of what I'm going to talk about on the podcast on Friday is sort of where I've got the motivation and the dedication to come from where I've come from to do what I've done. And a lot of that is going to be, you've just got to do it. You've just got to do it. A sheet of acoustic paneling. Acoustic paneling is probably a really good idea as well. Stevie B says, got to close my shop. See you later, guys and girls. Stevie B, what shop is it? If it's a sweet shop, please send me sweets. If it's a cake shop, please send me cakes. I don't know what to say. I don't know what you're talking about, Only Jones, but send me a link and we'll figure something out. Turtle mode. Turtle mode. We need maybe something like that for turtle mode. Oh, you've crashed. Do you need an adult to help? Something like that. But yeah, Stevie B. So, what type of shop? Please tell me it's a sweet shop or a cake shop. And if it's not, do you know anybody that owns one?
Or something shop.
Or if it's a Ferrari shop, I'll accept one of them as well.
A Ferrari shop?
As a Timson's. You've got the key to my secret. I'll get my coat. Take it easy, Stevie. Listen, I appreciate you being here, mate. Thank you so much for your time. It does mean so much that you guys choose to spend an hour with us or half an hour or 45 minutes or an hour and a half or whatever. I need you to shout, I need an adult. Okay, all right, Only Drones. You don't need to. Why are you putting it in capsule? What's wrong with you? Calm down. Always wondered where the squadding part of the name came from, but that might be in the podcast, right? I'll do that in the podcast. A lot of people assume it comes from the military. And I'm going to neither confirm or deny whether I am ex-military here. No. I'm going to save it for the podcast. I'm neither going to confirm or deny whether I'm ex-military here today, right now. However, on the podcast, you'll learn where that squadding came from and whether or not it is because I am or was ex-military. Turtle mode for when you're touching cloth. Right, let's do Only Drones as I need an adult, first of all. Because, to be fair, Only Drones, you can set that to literally... Hang on, Only Drones, you could probably set that to every single switch. And your start up. Right, one second. I need an adult! Okay. Not at the moment, darling. But you will be able to do. Yeah, as soon as we finish this, you can show me. And I'm finishing it. Yes, mate. What's the matter? No, what's the matter? Just say hi then. That's Little Wonder. Little Wonder's joined us. Yeah. That's Little Wonder. Ace. LOL. Total mod. Right, let's do that one. 1 second. Because I'm a legend, bro. Right, 1 second. Shh. Turtle mode for when you're touching cloth. What I'm doing, Little Wonder, is I'm recording voice prompts. You know, on the controller when you press the switch? Yeah, so we've got... Yep. I'm going to upload them and give them away for free to everybody. Yep, for free. I'll even give you one, Little Wonder. Oh, Little Wonder's gutted because he's like, can you not sell it to them so I can have a Ferrari? Don't mess with that, mate. Basic FPV says, hey, Little Wonder. One of my subscribers. Say, hey.
Hi.
Yeah, that's a basic high back, isn't it? It's Luke FPV says, right, let's not start being silly.
Let me do a basic high. Hi.
Turtle mode. Just admit you suck. Okay, let's do that one. We'll do that one last. Right.
Bro, stop pushing me.
Stop. because I can't concentrate because you two are going wild now. Right, shush. Turtle mode. Just admit that you suck. Right, yes, little wonder. Right, it must have been a lie then. Yeah. No, you're not. Go on, stick it on the back of your phone. Don't waste it. Kids, man, they're going wild. Right, everybody. Now, my camera's frozen because it's overheated again. Daddy, chill throttle limit. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that one on the next live stream. I'm gonna go because my camera has frozen. And it's time for me to go anyway. Listen, thank you all so much for spending your evening with me. I really do genuinely appreciate it.